Hi guys and welcome back to Crypto Chester. I'm here today to give you a Bitcoin update. We're going to be going through Bitcoin here on the short-term time frame, the mid-term time frame, and the long-term time frame. It's been a minute since I've streamed, guys. It's a little bit nervous, but just hopefully just going to get straight back into the swing of things. Once we've done Bitcoin, guys, on the short-term, mid-term, and the long-term, we're also going to be hitting up a couple of altcoin requests. So get your altcoin requests in the chat, and hopefully you guys can all hear me. I've been having some pretty bad audio problems. That's why I delayed the stream for like an hour. Just been timing it every 15 minutes. Hopefully I could get it started, and I have. So yeah, let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me, because yeah, have been having some problems. But without further ado, I'm just gonna get straight into it. And starting off with Bitcoin here on the short-term time frame. I mean, the chart kind of speaks for itself. It's looking pretty bullish. It's looking pretty good right now. We are seeing higher highs of this micro trend get tapped and get set, essentially. Unfortunately, when we did see this amazing pump to the upside, I did think, yeah, we are due a massive crash, and I'm pretty sure we actually slapped a very strong moving average as we actually came up there. Or was that before? I think that was before, actually. Yeah, I think that was, where are we? I think I'm referring to the midterm time frame. One sec, let me just double check that, actually. I want to know. Yeah, there we go. That's what I was referring to. Yeah, the 200 EMA from there. I think your comment confused me a little bit in the chat there. I think you were saying about the 200 EMA. Yeah, stuck on the 200 EMA. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, right, let's just get into this. So yeah, Bitcoin right now looking pretty bullish, guys. We have seen a massive pullback from this massive pump. Yes, we are still in this micro uptrend. Yes, we are still holding support on these levels, but unfortunately, we did see a pretty strong correction, guys. A pretty strong correction. And when I say strong, I mean around 4.47%. I ideally was hoping that we'd kind of hold this sort of level around here, around 28,000. I was hoping we'd hold 28k after like testing it a couple times, after seeing this high get set, because I was on the short-term time frames, and we did see a bullish pennant, guys. We did see a bullish pennant chart pattern coming through from this pump, and that essentially usually means strong continuation, right? Some nice strong continuation is what we were essentially looking for here. And we did actually see a measure move get completed. As you can see, bullish pennant, continuation to the upside. We did see a measure move get completed there to the upside, but unfortunately, we did have to come down, okay? We did have to come down, and as I was saying a second ago, I was hoping it wouldn't be as violent as it was, and unfortunately, it was, okay? It was very, very violent, and we came right all the way back down to 27.2. So we're literally playing in sort of the ranges between 28,500 and 27,200. Pretty rough stuff, okay? Pretty rough stuff. In terms of what we've seen today, guys, it has been fairly stale, okay? It's been pretty stale. We've not seen that much movement for Bitcoin, okay? It's been pretty boring, I must say, considering how much volume we have seen come into the market over the last few days. Today has been pretty whack, okay? Today has been pretty whack, and what could we really be looking for, okay? We could be looking for some sort of parallel channel forming like so. This is really, really small, guys, and this is obviously if you're going to be scalping Bitcoin, this is sort of what I would be looking for here for these really short-term trades. And also, I know we've got quite a few community members in here as well, like Phoenix and the Hero Optimist, who know the sideways money indicator as well. And this is just prime markets for that, guys. So I haven't actually got my chart to bring that up right now, but yeah, it's probably prime market for that right now. So yeah, it's going to be a sideways market right now for today, guys. In terms of support and resistance, let's jump up to the 1 hour time frame and discuss the levels that we could be working with, okay? The levels that we could be working with and the levels that we could be looking out for here over the next sort of day or so. I mean, you can see I've got pretty strong areas plotted in, 27,500, which we're currently sat on, holding a very strong level of support, 27,266, 26,800, 26,500. These areas are very strong levels of support, guys, and you can see that we've been playing the bounce game between all of these for a very long time now, right? In terms of chart patterns, guys, you can see we do have this upward sloping parallel channel. Let me get rid of all these orange lines for a second, and then I'm going to cover the chart in some yellow drawings, okay? So yeah, as you can see here, we've got an upward sloping parallel channel, guys. We only have 2 touches along the top side here, well, a couple more touches, but in terms of having a really congruent chart pattern, I would have liked to see sort of another bit of resistance come through here, okay? Then we could have had like a nice, big, strong upward sloping resistance line, but unfortunately we didn't get this touch in the middle, so that means it's not as reliable as we would hope, okay? Nevertheless, it's still a upward sloping parallel channel. Upward sloping parallel channel, guys, they tend to usually break to the downside, okay? So the measure move that we could be looking for here is going to be something along the lines of this, okay? This is what we're going to be looking for if we do break the level of support that is currently sat at around 27,423. Now, are we going to be blindly shorting this? Absolutely not. We're going to be staggering take profits as we go and basically capitalizing on every single wave down that we can. Is it going to come all the way down and do a 4.38% move? Who knows? Probably not, because everyone can see this chart pattern and the whales can see this chart pattern, and they're probably going to be trading it against you, okay? So what can you be looking for here? You could be looking for an entry point at around, I mean, personally, I would get in at below this level of support. This level of support at 27,250, I would be looking for a nice candle body close entry below this area. And guys, this is just looking at this chart pattern. I'm not looking at any other indicators right now. We will go into more in a second. So this is sort of the area that I would be looking to enter. If we can get a nice candle body close here, I would be looking for a lovely short position coming down. First take profit, 27,000. Probably would go 27,000 and 50, something along the lines of that, because you know how these whales like to play. If everyone slaps their take profits at 27,000, then they're probably going to get it to 27,050 and then pump the market, right? So yeah, just be careful for that. Try not to stick to whole numbers all the time, guys, because you can get wrecked doing that. So what I would be looking for here in first take profit would be 27,000. Second take profit, probably 26,767. Funnily enough, 26,767, and basically just riding that wave down. And what do we do once we hit our first take profit, guys? We take our stop loss and we move our stop loss to our entry point, okay? And that basically means a risk-free position that we are looking at. I see here Optimist in the track, good stuff. 200 EMA on the 15-minute. Let's bring that up for you, sir, because I do actually want to look at some yeah, God, we are stuck on that right now. It's very coiled up. Cool. One sec, guys. I'm just getting a call and it's coming through my headphones, which is very annoying. Yeah, coiled up moving averages at this point in time, guys, on the 15-minute. We know what coiled up moving averages means. We know what that means. It means that we're looking for a break in the price, okay? Let's go back to some previous coiled up moving averages scenarios. I mean, they're trending. They're not all far apart, but you can see the 200 EMA and the 200 SMA pretty far apart there. You can see coiled up moving averages here, guys. Nice big explosion in volume coming up like so. Again, coiled up moving averages, explosion in the volume, okay? Coiled up moving averages, not huge, but we saw a nice micro downtrend coming through from that, okay? So what are we looking for right now? If we can get to it, we're looking for these coiled up moving averages. They're pretty coiled up. It's pretty crazy stuff. So in terms of where the price currently is, I mean, we're dumping right now, actually. In terms of where the price currently is, we are currently sat at around 27,462. It's dumping as I'm talking. But in terms of moving averages, guys, this area, so 27,500 and up, this is all resistance, okay? This is going to be throwing us to the downside, okay? So it's getting even more likely that we're looking for this lovely short position that we were just talking about here if we're referencing the 15-minute. Let's bring up the 1 hour and see what the moving averages are saying there for resistance, and you can see we've lost them all in terms of resistance here, guys. So the next point, again, it is going to be this short position, and things to be wary of in this trade, guys. Things to be wary of in this trade is going to be this 200 SMA? Yeah, 200 SMA and 200 EMA coming up like so. These are going to be very strong take profit points, okay? So if you are going to be shorting from this area, maybe if the gap here closes by the time that you actually get your candle body closed, then I'd probably wait to break the support of this 200 as well. Because if you don't, you're likely to just get wrecked and get slammed to the upside, okay? You don't want to be doing that. You want to be trading safe and using everything to your advantage here. But let's bring up some more stuff. Let's bring up the volume weighted ATR bands, because you guys know that I love these. You can see the volume weighted ATR band on the 30-minute. It's going to be there. It's going to be sat right there for a level of support for us to be looking out for. And again, with the entry point that we could be seeing here, guys, we don't want to overlook this point here, because what it looks like right now is that we're going to break this area, this upward sloping support line from this upward sloping parallel channel. Yeah, that's the right terminology. This upward sloping parallel channel that we've been talking about at the start of the stream here. And yeah, I was meant to hide that one. And you can see we are about to break that, guys. If we break this to the lower side, there is going to be a short position, as I just said. But the support point to be looking out for there before we enter this trade is going to be around 27,248. But overall, I wouldn't say it looks too bad. And I will be going into the midterm time frame fairly shortly there, guys. Just wanted to touch on the RSI again quickly. The RSI here, guys, we've got a bearish divergence coming through from when we did see this explosion in the volume, explosion in the price for Bitcoin. So you can see we did actually set a very nice high on the RSI, and we set highs again, higher highs in this micro uptrend on the 1 hour, but we didn't actually set it on the RSI in terms of buying strength to the upside. So what does that mean? That means we get a bearish divergent when the trend is down on RSI and the trend is coming up on the price. So that usually means we have a bit of a dump down to the lower side. I didn't think it'd be this big, but yeah, it did slam us down pretty aggressively. So yeah, that's sort of what we'll be looking for here on the short-term time frame. Going to be moving on to the mid-term time frame here now, guys, and going to be looking at. I mean, let's get rid of this for a second. I was talking about in most of my videos recently. Is that all time? Nope, that's not. On the 4 hour. I think I'm referring to. Yeah, I'm referring to the longer term time frame. This huge trend line coming down like so, which is now currently set at 23,600. Okay, so I did think that was on the midterm time frame, but it's not. So let's move back to the midterm time frame and let's see what we're working with. We do have this upward sloping parallel channel again, guys. There is another one on the 4 hour time frame. You can see the support that we are looking for here coming through like so. Support. This is going to be a level of support to be looking out for there. If the price dumps down to this area, if that is going to be a price to be looking out for there, I probably would say, unless we dump completely vertical off a cliff here, I would say it's going to hit around here, guys. If we do come down something along the lines of this, I would say around 27K on the dot is a reasonable price, if I can get there, to be looking out for there. 27,000 on the dot. So let's get a nice little line coming through from there, and let's see how reactive this could be. If we are going to be bringing up the CW bands, is there going to be a line in there? No, there's not. So we're just going to be using this this upward sloping, or the lower side of the upward sloping channel, to our advantage there for a level of support. So yeah, if we are going to be looking for a bounce on this point, if we do get there, if we break this level on the shorter term time frame, then 27,000 is the bounce point I would be looking for. Now, if we do not hit that bounce point, guys, if we don't hit that bounce point, let's draw a little box in there. If we don't hit this area and we actually continue to the upside, amazing stuff, nothing to lose, uptrend continues. We're setting micro higher highs coming up here, looking really good in terms of bullish momentum over the last, I mean, someone said it was going to be a filthy, bloody September like it always has been. but no, it's actually been quite nice. We've obviously we have this high low coming through from here, and we do have higher lows coming up like so. And you can see this is obviously the most recent lower high for this horrific downtrend and this horrific crash that everyone was talking about. This was obviously the most recent lower high, and that now, guys, really positive stuff for this lower high. If I can get there, it's actually been challenged. Okay, it's actually been challenged, and it's actually been broken to the upside. Okay, we broke it to the upside, and we found the momentum, and we've got past it. Does that mean that we're going to the moon? Does that mean we're going all the way to 50K? No, it doesn't. It probably means that we're going to have a nice continuation of this uptrend, because we broke this horrific level in terms of resistance. Yes, we've come back down. This is what happens, guys. We come down, we set a higher low, and then we continue up, breaking the most recent high. And this is basically just how the trend is probably going to work, okay? It's how trends mostly work. So that's sort of what I would be looking for here, and what I can expect here for Bitcoin, just looking at all the signs that we have in front of us. Okay, now let's bring up the CW bands, because You guys know I've been testing this indicator recently. It's great. I must say it's great. You just have to ignore. One sec. Let me get rid of all these supports and resistance. It's just very. It's very busy. The chart's very busy. I'm not really about that. Too busy for my liking. Okay, so let's get rid of the lines. Not them. Got rid of the boxes already. Here we go. It's all the support lines, guys. So yeah, this is the sort of indicator that I've been testing recently. When we do see a move to the upside and a test of resistance and then coming back down and a candle body close back between these bands, then we're likely to take a short. Okay, this didn't happen on this instant. Okay, it didn't happen on this instant. So we didn't really get a trade there. But what I am saying here, guys, is if we do come down to set this high low that I was just talking about for this micro uptrend that we are talking about here, guys, then we do have the band coming up like so at this point in time. We do have the band coming up like so, which is going to be acting as a level of support. As you can see, multiple levels of support has been used before. It's not a live indicator, it does move, but let me show you how much it does move from the live price. Okay, so I think it's that one there. Yeah, so you can see, guys, these ones are actually set, and when we bring these in like so, these, depending on the price action, they will then move. Okay, they will then move the other lines. Okay, so it does look really exact, and it does look really, really good when you are looking at it like so. Oh my god, they stay, look at the support they give. But no, this is not completely accurate. These do move with the volume of the chart, okay, with how volatile it is. So don't be fooled by that, right? It's not a live indicator, and that's why back testing it and stuff like that, you have to be doing it with this live feature. You can't be back testing it like looking like so. It doesn't work. Okay, but what we can be using it for is going to be a potential level of support on the live price. Okay, because you can see it does actually react pretty good there. So that's sort of what I would be looking for here using the CW bands, guys. In terms of plotting in support and resistance that we have got for this indicator, I mean, it's pretty busy when you turn it all on, but they are pretty good. They're pretty good to be using here. So you can see the level of support is going to be currently sat at around 27,400 there. And we're gradually moving up time frames here now, guys. So it could take a lot longer to get to these target points that we're looking for, okay? Target points that we could be looking for, again, I'd probably say around 27k if we are going to have continuation of this micro downtrend here. Do I see us bouncing? Do I see us bouncing here? I mean, we've bounced before on this zone. If you look back on this horizontal here, we have seen a bounce to the upside. This was after a pretty strong move here, pretty strong move to the upside. We did see a bounce when we came down and tested again, but that was kind of all part of the same move, right? What we're seeing now is the momentum slow down from this move. So I probably wouldn't expect us to dump down violently, okay? I wouldn't expect us to be dumping down violently here. I probably would expect, jumping back to the short-term time frame quickly, is some sort of move coming down here and then bouncing off that 200 EMA on the hourly? Yeah, 200 SMA on the hourly as we come down. Something along the lines of that, and then coming back to this stable point and then just kind of trending in this sideways motion. I wouldn't expect like an amazing short position coming through. I think it's a bit too obvious. Here, and the sentiment of the market is fairly bullish right now, okay? So I wouldn't be looking for a 4% move to the downside. You say that, you say, oh, but we've just had a 4% move to the downside. Yes, that's because it's part of a correction after seeing a massive juicy volume stick to the upside, right? Juicy, I remember that. I haven't done that stuff in a while. But yeah, guys, let me know if you're tuning in. Nice to see you in the chat there, guys. Phoenix and Here Optimist. Hope you guys have been well. It's been a while, right? It's been a while since I've been streaming. So my plan is, because I've just been tied up in many jobs. I've got a product launch this week as well for another business that I work for, and me and Hamilton have got our own business stuff going on. It's been absolutely hectic, okay, and that's why I haven't really been keeping up to date with the channel. I know, pretty disappointing, but I am going to get back into the swing of it. I was operations director of this tech startup, and I've now left that job, so now I'm back full trading, and back full on YouTube, hopefully, for the foreseeable. My plan is to be streaming Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday mornings. To adhere to the time difference, because obviously I'm in Bangkok, right? I'm going to be streaming like 4 or 5 a.m. or something. So yeah, some early mornings to be looking forward to. So yeah, that's sort of what I'm looking to do over the next sort of week or so, probably up until Christmas, guys, and then reevaluate the schedule from there, because I might be going back to the UK. I'm not sure. We will see. But yeah, anyway, moving on to Bitcoin here on the daily time frame here, guys. As you can see, it's the range that we've been talking about for a while now, the range between 31,000 and 25,000. These areas are the levels of support. These areas are the levels of resistance, okay? Now, in terms of the trend, in terms of higher highs, in terms of higher lows, let's talk about that for a second here, guys, because this is really quite interesting stuff. You can see from the filthy bear market, from the all-time high coming down, disgusting market conditions for a very long time. We set our lower low coming down this area here at around 15,000 there for Bitcoin. Then we did come up and we did start this micro uptrend, okay? The micro uptrend that we're looking for here, guys, we did break the lower high with a higher high here coming down to set another higher low. Now, this is good. It's positive, okay? I would have liked a bit more continuation and not just this filthy sideways momentum at the top side of this trend. But hey, at least we're not back down at 15k, okay? So the higher high has been broken on the 13th of July, setting this to the upside. And the reason why this is still technically positive, guys, is because we still haven't broken, I'm fairly bullish still on Bitcoin, because we haven't actually broken this higher low. The higher low point for me to turn bearish again would be losing 25,000, okay? Would be losing 25,000. That's sort of the higher low point that we could actually get wrecked on, okay? We did come down and test that pretty recently in September, which we all know September's a bloody month, and it has been throughout Bitcoin history. So I was actually quite surprised that we didn't see us break this higher low point, okay? And we actually have seen a micro uptrend bounce from there, which is nice, which is good. And going back to the short-term time frame again quickly, guys, we have seen, come on, bring the right chart up, man. We have seen this this lower high from this downtrend actually get broken again. So again, what I'm saying here, guys, probably going to be seeing a nice little higher low get set, something along the lines of that, and then hopefully we're going to see continuation to the upside here on the macro time frame. Now, we are still in this range, guys. The resistance points to be looking out for there is going to be straight up on this horizontal 31,000. Yeah, 31,000 we'll say for simplicity's sake. Bang on that point is what I'm sort of looking for there. If Bitcoin is going to be moving up, I would be selling my position at 31,000. Now, bull market barrier, guys, very interesting stuff. This determines whether we're in a bull market or whether we're in a bear market. Okay, you can see from previous price action here, we've got really nice and blue, lovely bull market, dirty, filthy, disgusting bear market when we turn red, okay? You can see pretty much bear market, and then we got a lovely run up coming through like that, nice little bull market, and then again, disgusting, filthy bear market. Now, where are we right now? We're coming up to this zone. Why is this important, guys? This is very important because every time that we come into this zone from a bear market, essentially, we usually come to this central point. And we tap it and we get absolutely slammed to the downside, okay? When I'm talking slammed, guys, I'm talking super slammed. I was gonna say WWE or something like that, right? 25% there, you can see pretty horrific stuff to the downside there. Can we get some more results here? Bear market coming through. You can see, where was the first tap actually? First tap to the upside. Yeah, you can see coming down like so. First tap to the upside, resistance there. Very strong stuff from that zone. 20% there, guys. So look out for it, okay? This is what I'm trying to say, guys. This is a free indicator as well. You can go download this because we are actually coming up to this area. Firefly T8 bull market barrier there, guys. You can see we come up to this area and we get slammed down pretty much every time when we're trying to break through. And the reason why I'm saying this, guys, is you can see how many times we actually got slammed down in terms of resistance there. You can see how many times we got slammed down here before we eventually tried to break through. Where are we coming up to, guys? We're coming up to that exact point, okay? So the lower this goes, the more days come on, the lower this bad boy's going to go. And what do you know? It might it might actually line up pretty perfectly with a potential long position, okay? Because this is a parallel channel, guys. Very nice parallel channel here for Bitcoin, and you can see the support on the lower side, the resistance on the top side. If we come up to this, we are going to find resistance, but if we do see a lovely break point, then there is going to be a lovely long position to ride the next trend up. In terms of a measure move, guys, it's a parallel channel, so we can do something along the lines of this. This is the measure move we can be looking for there, and that is going to be worth around 21%, okay? 21% on the cards for us to be making there. I mean, hedge funds make like 7 or 8% a year, right? So 21% is going to be pretty nice over the course of not sure how long, maybe a couple months or so. So ideally, if we do see that move happen, amazing stuff. But remember what I said, guys, we've got this bull market barrier coming down pretty violently. So if we come up, touch this area, we're going to be using this as a very, 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 very strong take profit, okay? And hey, we don't know. This bad boy could come down by the time that we come up and wreck us, and we basically won't be able to take the trade because we're going to know that, say it's okay, let's break this down a bit more. Let's break this down. So let's say that we do continue this trend to the upside, this micro uptrend that we are seeing right now, upside like so, pretty bad drawing, and then we see a lovely break, and then we're looking for that long, okay? In the meantime, if this bull market barrier comes down, we're not going to get in a long just below the bull market barrier, are we? No, we're not, because that shows resistance. We've been through that. That is going to slam us down in terms of resistance. So we're basically going to avoid that trade. Okay, it's not going to be a safe trade for us to take. The risk-reward scenario is not going to be there. So yeah, it's going to be something that we are going to avoid, which is going to suck. Hopefully it doesn't do that, right? But yeah, just something to be looking out for there. Bull market barrier there, guys. What else for Bitcoin? Let's have a look. Volume weighted ATR bands, what are we saying with them? This is a absolute spider web to dive into on the 1 day time frame. So let's jump down a bit, okay? Let's jump down a bit because I do want to go through these, guys. They are very, very important, and they do show very strong levels of support and resistance, okay? Now you can see we've got the 4 hour. Let me turn a few of them off so it's easier for you guys to see. I want to keep the 4 hour and I want to keep the 1 hour, so I'm going to turn off. Can I turn them off? Just turn them black, I guess, right? Does that work? Is it updating? Nope, nothing. Great. Good stuff. What a rip. Yeah, okay, so we got the 60-minute and the 4 hour coming up like so here, guys, and the resistance that we do get on these, it's pretty strong, okay? And this is a live indicator, so we can be using this for our advantage. You can see resistance very, 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 very strong on these areas, guys, okay? This is when we're testing the hourly continuously, and when we break it to the upside, we usually trend above it. We didn't this time. We didn't this time because we came down violently and lost that level of support, but we usually trend above it. So when we did cross the 4 hour and the 60-minute volume weighted ATR band, I was hoping for a nice upwards. Nice upwards momentum because, as I said, when we do get over them together, sometimes, like so, we can actually see a really nice spike in the price. And the way that we moved up from this move for Bitcoin, I was like, oh my god, this could be the time, right? It's looking really, really good. So that's sort of what I was looking for Bitcoin in the most recent move. But unfortunately, we didn't get there. We didn't see what we wanted to see. I mean, you can just see the support and resistance that we do get from these bad boys, right? Like, look at that for support. Very, very nice in terms of gauging the price for Bitcoin. And again, trending above like that, and testing, resistance. So in terms of these statistics that we could be looking for and how we could be using them to help us right now, we have lost them. We've lost the support. So if we do see a move to the upside, I don't see us really getting over 28,100. And if we do, this area to the top side here is the get wreck zone. Okay, 28,700 is the point of resistance. Now, that does bring me onto that position that we were talking about earlier, guys, because we're talking about shorting this upwards sloping parallel channel. We do have the volume weighted ATR band 60-minute coming through. Again, if we just look at this support for a second, this is that little green line coming through like so. You can see the support here, very strong. When we break it, we do tend to trend below it, like so. We broke it, trend below it, bouncing it until we break it again. And then we basically use it again as support, okay? So you can see, again, same thing has happened. If we break it, we trend below it. We test it continuously. So that's essentially what we're going to be looking for throughout this short position, okay, guys? Because if we can short this, when we break the volume weighted ATR band to the lower side, really got to get better at these trading view controls. I've whizzed around like on live stream for a long time, so it's a bit old-fashioned to me right now. So yeah, so as you can see, if we did lose this volume weighted ATR band, we are probably going to trend below it like so. If we don't, we're going to be using it as a level of support. So that's why I probably think we're going to come down 27,000, that area. If we get there, it's going to be a very, very, very strong bounce on the volume weighted ATR band, 60-minute there. But yeah, guys, I think that's pretty much it for Bitcoin. That's pretty much it for Bitcoin. Can we get some altcoin requests? If not, I will just choose some altcoins, and I might try and record an altcoin video while on stream, because I used to do that and it got pretty good traction, so it's pretty good. I see Rob's in the chat. Nice to see you there, bro. Check VRA, brother. Yesterday I caught a 70% move. Mad. Nice, man. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out, bro. Good to see your request. Yeah, I hope you're doing well, man. And sorry I missed your call earlier. Literally, like just before I started the stream, jumped on Instagram. I was like, oh damn, missed his call. More hard to contact than the president, like you said. VRA, did you say, bro? Yeah, VRA. We haven't done altcoin TA live in a long time. I guess USDT. We're not doing UST. Yeah, we'll do a bit of KuCoin. Yeah, this thing's been moving, bro. Not bad at all. I'm gonna jump to the macro, and guys, I've basically I deleted all the TA on all my altcoins, so I could start completely fresh, so I could redo everything. Pretty good. Yeah, this guy's been around for a long time. Obviously, we're seeing bull market highs of around 8 cents. Currently sat at half a cent there. In terms of a retracement from the bull market high, currently sat around 92% on the lower side. So if you are going to be getting in on this, guys, if you're favoring this coin, then if you're looking at breaking all-time highs in the next bull run, you're looking at around a 10x. So yeah, pretty good stuff, or just over a 9x. So yeah, pretty good stuff if you are going to be doing that, and that is around 900%, and that's obviously just a spot trade, guys, just a spot trade. Pretty crazy stuff. But yeah, this guy's been moving over the last week or so. Pretty positive stuff, looking pretty good. You got the healthy candle, little doji star there that I probably would be I would have had concern for, but we've moved up. The momentum has continued, looking pretty good there. I think I've done a video on this coin before, bro. I can't remember. I think it was a bull run before, right? Let me look at the chat. Check Solana. Can you have a look at Centrifuge? Can't read that, but yeah, I can check that out for sure. As I said, guys, I'm just chilling right now. So yeah, I can do some TA, and again, I'm gonna be streaming 3 times a week now. Hopefully, fingers crossed. If work doesn't consume me again, hopefully it doesn't. I mean, got a broadening wedge there that I just hate broadening wedges. I don't know if you guys remember, but what I would be looking for here, guys, you've got very strong uptrend. You've got highs being set. You've got higher lows being set there. Very nice stuff, and momentum is strong. You're setting higher highs continuously, right? What I would say here for chart patterns and what I would be looking for here, it is looking bullish, and the reason why I'm saying that, guys, is because we've got a bullish pennant chart pan. Bullish pennant chart pan is going to be something along the lines of this, okay? You usually see these symmetrical triangle chart pans at the top of an uptrend. If we see it at the top of an uptrend, usually it means continuation, okay? Not all the time, not every time. Chart patterns aren't essentially always correct, but they're a good gauge to get on where we think the price is going to be going, especially for continuation patterns. So in terms of a measure move, guys, if you're going to be really greedy, like a lot of people do in TA out there, you can do a move like that. You can do a measure move from the start of this of the chart pattern to the high of this chart pattern. And it can be something along the lines of this. Personally, I don't really like doing these because it's, as I said at the start, it's a bit greedy, okay? It's a bit greedy, and it's fairly unlikely unless you're doing my tactic of staggering your take profits and being really safe while trading. Like, otherwise you're just going to be going, right, let's set our stop loss here and let's set our take profit here. Probably going to be a 4-to-1 trade, going to be amazing stuff. Let's go to the goddamn moon. No, that's not the safe way to trade, guys. The safe way to trade is staggering your take profits as you go and using every level of resistance to your advantage. I mean, we haven't got that much data right now because obviously we are breaking highs. So what I probably would be doing here if I was going to get into a long position for this coin, if the breakout was going to be nice here, I would be looking at something along the lines of this. An entry point, probably looking at a candle body close at around 602, that sort of area. If we can break this high, or maybe I might even go to this point here. This is what I mean. It can get quite choppy here, guys, because it's obviously had a lot of wicks. Okay, it's obviously had a lot of wicks to the upside. So this is where you want to kind of be measuring this out. And the more that I'm doing this, the more that I don't like it. So yeah, you want to be choosing your take profits correctly at either one of these areas. Okay, so in terms of an entry point, I wouldn't mind getting in around here and then running it up to this first take profit, second take profit, third take profit, and then leaving the rest of my equity in, not just to hodl, but just to go for that final TP of that move there. But yeah, overall, guys, looking really bullish there on VRA on KuCoin, right? Looking pretty good. I'm probably going to do some research on that, Rob. Looks pretty good stuff. And yeah, Rob's he's very, very good at picking out coins. He's got an XRP years and years and years and years and years ago. One of the first guys that I know that actually picked up XRP. So yeah, good guy. Check Solana. So Solana is next, guys. Let's jump to Solana. Where is that on my watch list? Did I delete that when it like absolutely crashed? No, it's there. Up 2.38% today, Solana, looking pretty good on the hourly just as soon as I've seen it. Not too bad. Nice uptrend. Again, probably going to be looking at a broadening channel, sorry, a broadening wedge there, and I don't really like broadening wedges, so I'm not even going to be drawing that in. This is going to be the resistance points to be looking out for there. I haven't really got any indicators at all on the chart. I'm literally just freehand drawing this, guys. Sometimes I prefer that. So we're looking at an ascending triangle to the upside. Ascending triangles, guys, they tend to usually break to the upside. It is in the name, ascending. So the move that we could be looking for here, it is going to be something along the lines of this. This is the less greedy measure move that you can be doing. As I said, guys, you can do this measure move like we were just talking about on the previous chart pattern. You can do a measure move like that. Again, too greedy for my liking. I like to do nice, safe positions. So if I am going to be looking for a trade for this, just move my Fibonacci, I'm going to be looking for something along the lines of this, guys. Something along the lines of this, and we're basically going to be looking for a candle body close, probably around 24,000. God, that'd be a nice Solana, wouldn't it? $24.60. First take profit, $24.79. Not a massive move, but if you're using that as your first take profit and then staggering your take profits out as this measure move goes up, so you don't get wrecked, basically. I mean, I could go back in history and look at previous, actually, you know what? I'll bring up the CW bands and see how that is reacting here. Yeah, it's not going to give us that much data, unfortunately. I thought it would give us a bit more here to be working with. It might on the 4 hour. Yeah, here we go. You can see here the automatic support and resistance that is plotted in for us. You can see, let's bring this up so we see this. See, Rob, appear on me, brother. Nice one, bro. Appreciate it. So you can see these levels are what we would be using for the take profits for this move. Okay, so that is definitely a trade that I would be inclined to be taking. You've got the chart pattern, you've got the price action channel which we're riding above, you've got higher highs that are getting broken, you've got higher lows that are still being respected, you've got a measure move to the upside, you've got nice spaced out take profits, and yeah, it's looking pretty clean, guys. You've got the CW bands looking like they've spread apart, so it means that there's a nice bit of room for momentum to the upside. So yeah, if I'm going to be looking for a Solana trade right now, that is sort of what I would be going for. And again, staggering my take profits, 25% equity at each take profit, and when you hit your first take profit, move your stop loss to your entry. It's then a risk-free position. That's what we'll be looking for Solana. Yeah, I do appreciate that, Rob. That's 100 beers in Thailand. I've actually quit drinking, guys. I haven't drunk alcohol in, what is it, 4 months? 4 or 5 months? Yeah, I quit alcohol, I quit caffeine for like 4 months now, and just on this herbal tea and all that good stuff. Complete regen of the body, that's all I'm going for. So yeah, hopefully probably gonna do it until Rob arrives in Thailand. Shit, that's gonna be good fun, bro. Yeah, so let's have a look at Mike's on the Hunt long 100x. I actually been contacted by a few exchanges that want me to do like partnerships with them, right? And they offer like 1000x apparently. Anyway, I haven't checked it out, but yeah, 1000x apparently, pretty crazy. Phoenix saying I quit vegetables. I don't know if you guys remember, but like before I used to get quite sick, like all the time. Like I'd just have a sore throat or a runny nose and all that stuff. So yeah, I just don't really want to get sick. And when you get sick in Thailand, you just... I don't have an answer for that. Siri, of course. Don't miss that. Yeah, when you get sick in Thailand, you just get absolutely slammed. Like, it's like some next flu that gets you. Right, what's the next coin? Let's see. Solana, Senti... I don't know the code for that one, unfortunately. FTM, let's jump to that. If you can get me the code for it, Mike's on a Hunt, then I'll be sure to bring it up, man. I'll be sure to bring it up. FTM looking fairly bullish on the hourly. I'd say this is a very strong. I quit drinking 2 on the hard drugs now. You animal. So yeah, nice move to the upside. After seeing lows here of around 17 cents. I nearly said 17 bucks. So 17 cents was the low here. It is looking, I mean, it's looking pretty poor. Yeah, it's looking pretty poor. I mean, we can't really class this as a lower high just yet because we haven't seen this low get broken. So in terms of market structure, it is still bearish, and I would be looking for the point for us to come up here is going to be the low high for us to break is going to be this area here, guys. This area here. If we can get above that, then we will flip a bit more bullish, and that's going to be around 24 cents. Real long goddamn way from that, okay? And no doubt this is one of the coins that's got absolutely wrecked throughout the bull run. Throughout the bear market, sorry. What on earth happened to this coin? Damn. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting filthy. Had a little run up when Bitcoin did, but nothing too crazy. I mean, yeah, it's really rough. Really rough. FTM, I've literally forgotten a lot of the utility behind a lot of altcoins now, so I should really touch up on my altcoins. But yeah, if the utility is there, it probably will recover. But overall, really bearish. Hopefully, if Bitcoin takes a dump, then I wouldn't expect this to hold. I really wouldn't expect this to hold. It doesn't look great. Okay, it looks good on the short-term time frame, but on the daily, you're holding on for dear life. Okay, short-term time frame looking good. Probably the Bitcoin pump that caused that over the last probably a week or so. So yeah, probably wouldn't be holding high hopes for FTM in terms of like a trade. In terms of a trade for this coin, 100x short. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, we got in terms of micro scalp here. Just looking at it, I probably would be looking for this micro downtrend, and then you've probably got some sort of a bear flag coming through, and then continuation to the downside. So if you are looking for a short, the short I would be going for something along the lines of that, just to be fast. Not going to go into too much detail on it because it'll be over fairly soon. So let's jump to CFG for Mike's on the Hunt. CFG. What exchange are we going to be looking at? We'll do KuCoin. I actually like KuCoin, guys. It's one of my favorite exchanges. Fees are low, looking pretty good. And there is an affiliate link in the description of the video if you did want to sign up. I am a partner. Yeah, this coin has dumped down crazy over the last 10 hours. Like, obviously Bitcoin has as well, right? But this has been pretty violent, okay? And Obviously, Bitcoin retraced like 4%. This is near clearing 13% there. 13, nearly 14% in terms of downwards momentum. Not great there for a CFG. So let's talk about it. Let's see if we can get some sort of trade here. Just looking at the chart, just looking at the structure here. Let's get rid of the bands. I would say we do have a rising wedge. Just looking at it, just off the top of my brain, I'd be going like something along the lines of this, and then something along the lines of that. And there you see a rising wedge coming to play. Okay, rising wedges tend to usually break to the downside, guys. And there we can see we have got a very nice clean measure move there. So Mike, who is on the hunt, if you saw this, good stuff. You would have made a nice little pretty penny there. The measure move is worth around 5.9% there. Not good stuff. Not good stuff. I mean, good stuff. Good stuff there. So in terms of support to be looking out for there, it probably would have been around this area, right? You could have got into this at the candle body close of, I mean, there's a break in the chart there. Yeah, these don't match up. Yeah, so not great there. Probably not that much volume or something. So yeah, I probably would be looking for. I probably actually would have got in candle body close here. Candle body close at around 30 cents, and then the first take profit would have been around 30.05. Come on, read, bro. Come on. That's what I sort of would. What I sort of would be looking at there. If I was going to trade that. Yeah, that's the position. That's the position. Next coin, right? Can you check out D's coin? I'm not even going to entertain it. Not even going to entertain it, man. D's nuts coin. That's hilarious. Let's look at PRG Paragon. PSG. No. Can't see it on here, man. Can't see it, unfortunately. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, not great. Not great. Tell you what, I'll do a different coin because I can't see. I'm not doing D's. I'm not doing D's. So yeah, I'll do a different coin. So make sure you request some coins in the chat there, guys, and I'll get to them basically as soon as possible, right? I don't know how long I've been streaming now. Nearly an hour, so I will be wrapping up fairly shortly, and I'm going to be streaming 3 times a week now, guys. Bumping up the schedule, which is good. Looking forward to that. Should we look at Gala? Gala's done an insane amount of percentages today, guys. Up around 8.75%, looking really, really good on the hourly. Let's do some TA here, break this down, and see if there is some sort of position that we could be looking for. Just looking off the bat here, guys, it's going to be something along the lines of this. Okay, that's going to be the trend line that I would be looking out for there, and we have broke that to the upside. You can see rising parallel channel. The resistance for this at this point in time is going to be this area, and we have in fact cleared it. Okay, we have in fact cleared that resistance to the upside, and now what are we looking for? We're looking for support here. This actually could be a really nice trade, guys. So let's really break this down and see if we can get some sort of price targets for this, and see if there is going to be more momentum for this move. The measure move for this, it's a rising parallel channel, guys. So rising parallel channels, they tend to usually break to the downside. They can break to the upside. Okay, so let's keep that in mind, but let's also do a measure move to the downside as well, because we've got to adhere to what the chart pattern actually does. Okay, right now we are seeing a break to the upside for this chart pattern, so if we can act on that, why the hell wouldn't we? Okay, let's look at the CWB bands, and let's see where we're at for that, because you can see, yes, we've got this area has been tested. Okay, this area has been tested in terms of resistance, and if we see a candle body close come back in this zone, okay, if we see a candle body close come back inside this zone at around 1 cent 580, then we're likely to see us come down back into the chart pan, back to the price action channel, and there is going to be a little move here of around near enough 2%. Okay, near enough 2%. If those confluences are going to come into play, the confluences that I'm going to be looking for here, and that I do want to check, it is the fact of us testing this band coming up, guys. If we test this to the upside, we break it, and then we test resistance and come back down, and we close it in the same candle as the resistance from the horizontal, then we're likely to see continuation. Okay, so let's jump in and let's see what we can be looking for here, and see if we get any more resistance lines coming through on this indicator. I mean, we should have, yeah, we're definitely gonna have one here for sure. Like, I'll be so shocked if we don't. That's clearly a level of resistance, right? Clearly a level of resistance that we have had before. This is where sometimes, guys, indicators don't, like, aren't the be end all. Is that how you say it? The be end all? I don't know. The be all. Whatever it is, anyway. But yeah. So this is sort of something that I would be looking for there. Nice position to the downside, but we didn't get the confluence, so I wouldn't be taking this trade if you are solely going on that strategy. Okay. So yeah, looking pretty good for Gala. But again, guys, Mount Everest. Let's talk about the Mount Everest analogy that we created. When was that? Must have been 2-3 years ago now. Time is flying by, right? So yeah, a long time. If you're going to see Mount Everest get climbed, guys, if you're going to see insane momentum to the upside, a really steep curve, what do you want to see? You want to see base camp 1. And when I say base camp 1, I'm talking about consolidation. I'm talking about getting some rest, getting some food, and regenerating the body if you are going to be looking for a bit more bullish momentum to the upside. Because if you don't do those things and you're climbing Mount Everest in this insane move to the upside, then you're likely to actually crash back down. Okay, you're likely not to make it to the top if you don't rest. Okay, so yeah, that's sort of what I would be saying there. Ideally, looking for that support and having that run up. But if you don't get that, then as I said, there is that little move there, around 2.5% that I would sort of be looking for there. Like, I'll be frank with you, that's sort of what I would be going for there if I am going to be trading this, because after seeing an 8.68% move in this current market, in what Bitcoin is just about to potentially do, then obviously Gala is going to be slapped in the face as well, because obviously Bitcoin is the king here. The dominance will take over regardless of what the coin is actually doing. We will see that actually affect the price of Gala. So when we lose this level of support, if Bitcoin is going to have continuation, then this move here, 2%, 2.5%, looking pretty goddamn juicy in my opinion. Good stuff. Let's jump to the chat. Is there anyone there who has requested a coin? If not, I'm probably going to end the stream, guys. But it was nice catching up with you all, and I will be back. When will I be back? What day are we now? Are we Wednesday? We're Tuesday. We're Tuesday. Okay, so I will be back probably Friday or Saturday, guys. Probably Friday or Saturday. That sounds good. Yeah, see ya. People are... We need still money from people. Wow. Great stuff. So yeah, guys, thank you ever so much for watching. Do appreciate it. And I will be back later on this week. And I'll see you guys all in the Telegram, the CC gang. But yeah, for now, it was a good live stream coming back. Did enjoy it. But for now, it's going to be peace out and goodbye from me, Crypto Chester. How do I end this? It's been a while.